It all started on an unusually quiet Thursday morning. I had just returned home from an overnight shift at the hospital. Working as a nurse often meant long hours and very little time for myself, but I enjoyed what I did. Gave me a sense of purpose. My apartment was still and peaceful, with sunlight pouring in through the blinds. I had just kicked off my shoes and made myself a cup of coffee when my phone rang. It was my mom. "Jason, are you home?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. "Yeah, Mom. Just got in." "What's up?" I asked, concerned. "I need you to come over." "It's about your sister," she said. My heart skipped a beat. Emily was my younger sister by 5 years, a spirited and independent college student. We weren't as close as we used to be growing up, but I still looked out for her. Hearing something was wrong instantly kicked my protective instincts into overdrive. I grabbed my keys and rushed out. The drive to my mom's house took 20 minutes, but I must have made it in 15. When I got there, Mom opened the door with a look of stress painted across her face. Her hair was messier than usual, and she looked like she hadn't slept. "She's in her room," she said quietly, leading me in. Emily was sitting on her bed, her face red from crying, tissues scattered around her. When she saw me, she jumped up and hugged me tightly. "What's going on?" I asked gently, trying to comfort her. Emily pulled back, wiping her face. "It's complicated," she began. "I messed up, Jason. I'm in trouble." Mom sat down beside her and looked at me with pleading eyes. "She needs help, and we don't know who else to turn to." I sat down across from them and nodded. "Okay, talk to me." Emily took a deep breath. "I loaned money to someone I shouldn't have. A guy I was seeing, Tyler. He promised he'd pay it back, but he disappeared." "How much money are we talking about?" I asked, bracing myself. "5,000, she whispered. I exhaled hard, standing up and pacing. "Emily, why didn't you talk to me before?" I was embarrassed. I thought I could handle it. But now my credit card is maxed out, and I can't pay rent or tuition this semester. Mom added. "I offered to help, but you know I'm barely covering the bills here." It wasn't just the money. It was the look in both of their eyes. My mom's worry, Emily's shame, that made me pause. I'd saved up a little for a vacation or maybe a better car, but nothing mattered more than my family. "I'll cover it," I said finally. "I'll help you, Em." The relief on her face was immediate, and Mom hugged me tightly. "Thank you, Jason. I don't know what we would do without you." That day was the beginning of something bigger than I'd anticipated. I paid off Emily's debt, but the situation uncovered deeper issues. Emily was struggling in school, not just financially but emotionally. She had been silently dealing with anxiety and a sense of worthlessness after that failed relationship. She felt like she had let everyone down. So instead of just handing over money, I offered to help her in other ways too. I began checking in with her daily, helping her organize her studies, encouraging her to meet with a campus counselor, and even driving her to some appointments. It wasn't always easy. Balancing this with my hospital shifts was exhausting, but seeing her slowly rebuild herself was worth every ounce of energy. Mom, too, seemed to relax a bit more. She'd always tried to carry the weight of everything herself, ever since Dad passed away years ago. But with me stepping in to help Emily, she finally opened up to the idea that we could share responsibilities as a family. As the weeks passed, Emily started doing better in her classes. Her counselor reported real progress in her mental health. She even got a part-time job at a bookstore, slowly becoming financially independent again. Then, one evening, Mom called me over for dinner. It had been a while since we all sat at the table together. Emily had cooked lasagna, our dad's old recipe, and the mood was light, filled with laughter and memories. After dinner, Mom handed me an envelope. "What's this?" I asked. "Just open it," she said with a smile. Inside was a card, and in it a check for $2,000. "I know it's not the full amount," Mom said, "but Emily and I talked, and we've been saving up bit by bit to start paying you back." "You don't have to," I started, but she held up her hand. "We know. But it's not about obligation. It's about gratitude." I smiled, holding the card close to my chest. That moment felt like a full-circle realization of what family truly meant. It wasn't just about helping when asked, it was about showing up without being asked, about standing in the gap when someone needed you most, even if they were too afraid or proud to admit it. Months passed, and life settled into a new rhythm. Emily graduated on time and got a job offer from a publishing company out of state. We were proud of her, though it was hard to see her go. She moved out with a newfound confidence, the kind that comes from hitting rock bottom and finding your way back up. One day a few months later she sent me a letter. It wasn't long, but it brought tears to my eyes. "Jason, when I thought I had no one left, you stood by me. You didn't just pay off my debt. You reminded me of who I was. You helped me believe in myself again. Thank you for saying yes when I needed you the most." Looking back, I realized that I had changed too. I had grown more patient, more understanding. Helping my mom and sister had given me a deeper appreciation for the quiet strength of family bonds. There are moments in life when you're presented with a choice, to walk away or to lean in. Saying yes wasn't about being a hero. It was about love, plain and simple. My mom and sister needed me, and even though it was hard, I had to say yes. And I'd do it all over again if they ever needed me. Because that's what family is for.